trying to get some quick upgraded lings with defilers. It's hard to tell. Light is going to have science vessels out by the time those defilers come out, so he's going to be able to balance that out there with some irradiation there. In any case, July has not been doing very effective Mutalisk harass lately, and that's kind of been one of the reasons why he hasn't been doing that well, is he hasn't been getting in, and a lot of players have been putting up a lot of turrets and that sort of thing. That's part of it. Okay, it looks like, by the way, we get a little readout at the bottom. Julyzerg was upgrading Carapace, so I guess that makes some sense. He loses a Mutalisk there, trying to harass those Marines. Looks like Light thinks he has enough troops in his main that he can push out a little bit, so which is what he needs to do. He needs to put pressure on July. July is and July loses another Mutalisk there, not doing any damage on that. He needs to be a little bit more effective. Light, though, playing very safe, having a lot of turrets around, and that's exactly what he needs to do. It looks like July is going to try for some kind of a flank. He's pulling a lot of lings around the top. Because the way that it works on this map, you've got your natural there. Oh, and he's putting down an Ultralisk Cavern. He might be trying to kind of copy the Quanro's build on the same map, where he went straight for Ultralisks without those defilers at first. And I think I don't remember if that was the time he got Guardians even. No, I don't think he got Guardians in that, but he just had Ultralisk there, and a bunch of Lings going in. Kind of carelessly, he's sending in a lot of Lings, but those Medic Marines, there was a ton of Marines there. It looks like he's going to take out most of those Medic Marines, though. I think he probably should have sent in the Mutalisks and the Lings a little bit more concurrently, or maybe waited for some more forces there. But maybe he was just trying to hold him back. And Light now has a sizable force moving out, though. He was able to reinforce that really well. So Julyzerg not going for that that flank after all. Julyzerg, well, maybe he is now. It looks like he may have pulled back those forces because he wanted to try and deal with the Light's forces. Anyway, the way it works on this map, you have a tiny little choke at one point, and then a large ramp to the other side. So the natural expansion is very easy to defend from that one direction, but difficult to defend from the other. And the Light going, trying to bring his forces back. Julyzerg coming in, using his good Ling micro here. One of his Marines got defense matrix there. All those Marines are going to go down. So we do see July demonstrating a little bit of his former micro, the way he was absolutely owning games before. He's got this, I mean, he loves to run his Lings amidst the units, enemy Marines, and then attack so that they have nowhere to go, and it separates the forces a lot more. It's a very effective strategy when he pulls it off correctly. So we saw a little bit of that there, so I am holding out hope that Julyzerg is going to be able to play his A game after all. He's gotten those Ultralisks. Honestly, I do think that he needs those Defilers, though. People say he's low econ Zerg player, but he really needs to get a couple more expansions or something. We saw he was trying to get that northern expansion at the 12 o'clock position, and that didn't work. Okay, he is getting a couple other expansions, so it's exactly what he needs to do, honestly. Is he needs to get some more econ. He needs to out-econ Light, is what he needs to do. You can't just go with the Ultralisks and Lings and just sheer brute force without the Defilers, unless you have the economic advantage. So hopefully he's either getting those Defilers, or he's gearing up to go for some mass econ here. He does have several Ultralisks there, though. A lot of Lings. Seriously, if he just had some Defilers out right now, he could just absolutely own all of Light's troops right now. I haven't seen a Defiler den. Hopefully he has one that I haven't seen there. But it looks like July is just trying to mass up right now. He's, I would have expected him to try and do some harassment, but maybe he knows that Light has too many Medic Marines right now. And it looks like he is just kind of scouting around with some Lings to see what Light has. He sees that he has a lot of Medic Marines, so it'd be very difficult to scout to harass him right now. So that might be why he's doing that. Julyzerg is moving out, though. It looks like he's moving his forces around. He's trying to set up some kind of a pincher attack, perhaps, because a lot of his forces are going south, and some are, well, oh, actually, I'm sorry, he's grouping up his forces. You can see on the minimap there, they're all kind of staying together. Both players just kind of hanging around and trying to build up right now. Neither player seems to really want to try and harass the other too much. Julyzerg is moving out though. He's slowly and steadily moving his forces out. In the meantime, Light is going for a drop on this this expansion at the bottom right. Julyzerg going for Light's main army. This is going to be huge here, and Julyzerg just kind of sitting there, letting Light defense matrix all of his units there. In the meantime, Light drops on July in his bottom right corner as well. Light's gonna lose that. July's gonna lose that base in the bottom right corner, and Julyzerg just lost a ton of lings, an absolute ton of lings, and didn't really gain much for it. He ran all of his units in right next to July's forces, and then just sat there and didn't attack. It was like he was trying to organize, but Light's forces were already right there, just shooting him. That was a little, I have to say that was sloppy on Julyzerg's part. He's really gonna have to do better than that. At least, I mean, it doesn't look like he lost his Ultralisk that much. He kept those alive. He lost a lot of lings. Going in for another attack here. More defense matrices going down. Huge attack. A lot of the lings, all the lings are dead, but he has almost, it looks like 7 or 8 Ultralisks going down, and they are slowly taking down the Marines. One of them is radiated, but he doesn't have a lot of radiate left. It looks like those Ultralisks are going to take down all of those Marines. So Julyzerg has taken this battle. He's taken out all those Marines. Light is probably producing a lot more, but he only has those 3 bases. I didn't see actually that 3rd base until just now. He may be getting another expansion as well, but he's not going to be able to pump out a lot of troops right now. Right now I'm going to have to give the military advantage to Julyzerg because those Ultralisks are I mean, they're not very damaged at this point. Here he is going in to take out one of these expansion bases, and Light, I don't think, has the forces necessary to protect this right now. Julyzerg taking out some of those SCVs. A lot of his Ultralisks are irradiated, so they're not going to be terribly effective in just a minute once they do encounter Light's main forces. But in the meantime, he has taken out Light's expansion. Light, though, dropping again on the same expansion and taking that expansion out in the bottom right. So both players taking out each other's expansions there. Julyzerg, okay, I thought that he was taking the 3 o'clock position base, but he's not. He just had some forces there, so he really needs to take another expansion, because that's twice in a row that the Light has taken out the expansion that he's trying to get. No, 3 times in a row, actually. He needs to take a couple bases at this point, because he's falling behind economically. Even though he took out that base from Light over there on the left side of the map, he's still very behind economically. Julyzerg is producing a lot of units, though, going in for another attack. Light has taken that base back. Scourge is going to take out a couple science vessels, which is extremely good because Light is building up a lot of science vessels right now, and if July lets him get too many more, then that will be extremely bad for him there. I always wonder why players have their Ultralisks hold position there and not do anything. They should at least suicide then when they're irradiated if they're just going to die anyways. Run in and kill a couple Marines or something at least. But anyways, so Julyzerg pushing in, taking out that expansion once again. It looks like Light was able to save a lot of SCVs, but not all of them. But Julyzerg still keeping him down to those 2 bases though. I can't tell if Light has a base at the 6 o'clock position or not. If he does, that might change things though. So Julyzerg, not that I can. I'm trying to get that expansion again. Another dropship going in there. Julyzerg needs to learn a thing or two from the last fucking 3 times that this has happened to that particular base. At least it does look like Julyzerg has some forces incoming, so he's going to be able to take out those Marines and protect that hatchery after all. Light trying to brute force and target that hatchery there to take down the hatchery. It's not going to work this time though, so Julyzerg is going to keep that base after all.